This is 7 National News. Here are the headlines. Ruler of Dubai attends Cityscape 2011. Ruler of Dubai receives Prime Minister of Jordan and also holds cabinet meeting. Tornado leaves destruction in US as storm death toll rises. And in our top story, the 5th edition of Cityscape Abu Dhabi opened on a positive note today. International and regional participants expressed confidence in the UAE property market, particularly in Abu Dhabi. On its first day, the event already saw a host of projects targeting the elite sector launched. Khadija Salih has this report.
Cityscape Abu Dhabi 2011 opened with an impressive display of property and real estate projects. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE, ruler of Dubai, graced the opening day in support of the event, which was inaugurated by His Highness Sheikh Hazza bin Zayed Al Nahyan, National Security Advisor. According to exhibitors and investors, the event is a testament to Abu Dhabi's growth and ongoing progress.
The property market in Abu Dhabi, I think it's recovering in a good way, much better than other places. So I really have a belief in an Abu Dhabi market, especially with everything happening in Abu Dhabi. And for the development, we are targeting end users, and it's really hard now to buy a unit and then just to flip it. And this is not what we are looking for. So what we're targeting is what makes us successful right now.
Participants at the ongoing Cityscape in Abu Dhabi are quite optimistic about the property market in the capital. In fact, many companies are launching luxury developments during the exhibition. Among these projects is the Marasi Village, ADNEC's first residential property development built for an elite group of UAE nationals.
It's consisted of 81 villas, 4, 5, and 6 luxurious villas. The location is so unique. It's basically in Al Batin Canal, opposite ADNEC and Sheikh Zayed Military Hospital, and from the other side, it's facing the palaces.
Meanwhile, landmark projects including Capital Gate reported an increased interest and are confident business will continue to pick up.
We did some work before the media campaign, and that's already producing results. Obviously, you cannot compare Abu Dhabi with Dubai because Abu Dhabi has still to get quite a bit of Class A property in the form of Capital Gate and similar competitors. Dubai has had Class A properties for a long, long time. It's our opinion that there are still a lot of, shall we say, Fortune 500 companies, global companies, that are currently in Class B properties within Abu Dhabi, waiting to move.
Cityscape Abu Dhabi 2011 will run for 3 days more until the 20th of April. According to participants, the opportunity and investment-focused event is enabling the real estate and investment sector to move forward by increasing market confidence in potential investors. Khadija Salih, 7 National News.
His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President, Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, today received Jordan's Prime Minister Maruf Al Bakit in Abu Dhabi. At the Presidential Palace, the Prime Minister handed Dubai's ruler a message from His Majesty King Abdullah II, the King of Jordan, concerning bilateral relations between the UAE and Jordan, as well as current developments in the Arab region. A number of government officials, ministers and delegates from both sides were also present at the meeting. Meanwhile, the ruler of Dubai also chaired a cabinet meeting at the Presidential Palace in the presence of His Highness Lieutenant General Sheikh Saif bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Interior, and His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Presidential Affairs. The UAE's Minister of Health has underlined the role of the private sector in improving the country's healthcare services and in aiding the plans of the ministry. Dr. Hanif Hassan Ali Al-Qasim also highlighted the importance of building and improving national human resources through education and training opportunities, an area which has grown through the leadership of the ministry. He added that cooperation between the public and private sectors is vital in enhancing the health industry. where one of the biggest challenges in terms of public health is currently diabetes. Dubai's non-oil trade reached a record of more than 55 billion dirhams in January of this year, recording a 28% rise compared to the same period last year. His Excellency Ahmed Bouti Ahmed, the Executive Chairman of Ports, Customs and Free Zone Cooperation and the Director of Dubai Customs, said that his department's statistics show that Dubai maintained a regular average growth rate globally at 19%. He said that this is considered the highest growth compared to the same period over the last 5 years. His Excellency also stated that the growth in January was most prominent in export operations, which jumped 35% of more than 6.6 billion dirhams, compared to 4.9 billion in January 2010. Re-exporting rose 31% and imports rose by 26%, totaling 35 billion dirhams. Workers who fail to give a month's notice to employers before leaving a job are in violation of the labour law. The Ministry of Labour says that private sector workers who violate their contract will need approval from their employers to escape a one-year ban should they want to change sponsors. Humaid Al-Suwaidi, the ministry's undersecretary, said that the employer must ask the ministry not to grant workers a new work permit for a year should they violate the conditions. This also applies to workers who quit their jobs before the expiry of their contracts. He added that employers have the right to decide on whether to agree on the ban or cancel it. Abu Dhabi police have begun an 8-year campaign to help cut pedestrian casualties by 50%. Police will focus on jaywalkers through random inspections and will fine offenders 200 dirhams as per Traffic Law number 21 for 1995. The campaign kicked off at the beginning of the year, but active enforcement has now come into play. A new committee within the police force has also been in talks to expand the number of safety billboards on the roads, as well as increasing public awareness of traffic regulations. According to police statistics, there were 24 pedestrian deaths during the first 3 months of the year, compared to 32 for the same period in 2010. And car manufacturer Daimler announced today that it's set to recall 1,800 Mercedes-Benz models in the UAE. This follows a global recall over reports of faulty cruise control functions. The company said that applying the brakes to disengage cruise control may fail in some cases. A statement released by Daimler says that the recall affects first-generation M-Class models manufactured between August 1999 and July 2002, as well as ML55 AMG models manufactured between August 2002 and June 2004. And in our world news, tornadoes that ripped through the Carolinas on Saturday left a path of destruction as the death toll rose to 20 from storms across the southern United States over the last 3 days. Storms tore a path of destruction from Oklahoma on Thursday night through the deep south on Friday and onto the east coast on Saturday. The twister flipped over cars and parking lots where residents walked by hunks of metal, tree branches and leaves after the storm. The area south of downtown Raleigh was littered with snapped telephone poles, downed wires, broken glass and roofing debris. Local meteorologists said, however, that the storm's intensity was declining as it approached the coast. Tornado season typically runs from March to early July in the United States, moving from south to north as the year progresses. The storms kill an average of 70 people a year. And looking over to Japan now, Tokyo Electric Power Co., the operator of country's crippled nuclear reactors, said today it was aiming to decrease radiation at the damaged plant in about 3 months, with the hopes for the facility to go into cold shutdowns in 6 to 9 months. TEPCO chairman announced the company's timetable to stability, which the government had asked the company to draw up. He said the first step would be gradually reduce the level of radiation, and the second step would be to keep the radioactive substances under full control and to reduce the radiation to significantly low levels. Katsumata said these steps would make the plant safe and stable and end the immediate crises. The toll from Japan's triple catastrophe is rising. More than 13,000 people have been confirmed dead, and on Wednesday, the government cut its outlook for the economy in deflation for almost 15 years for the first time in 6 months. And up next, Linda Berenger has the day's business news, so stay with us.